Hello and welcome back to the Brand Couch, this time from Reykjavik in Iceland at a Charge Energy Branding Conference. I am now here with Diana from DTEK Grids in Ukraine. And Diana, maybe quickly tell us a little bit about you and your company before we get started.
DTEK is the biggest energy company in Ukraine, and DTEK Grids is part of DTEK and unites 7 DCO in different regions of the country. We provide electricity via electricity distribution grids, and every third Ukrainian, that's almost 13 millions of people, is client of DTEK Grids.
DTEK, right. And you guys are in a very abnormal situation at the moment, right? Where you come from a sort of, call it a commodity, to a super important part of society, right? You're in the middle of a war, and grids are obviously, well, probably damaged, and you have to do lots of different, activities to make them, to keep them sort of alive. Tell us a little bit about that. How's the work situation at the moment?
It's really very unusual and very completely unusual. We got completely unique experience how to organize the work under the war, and we restore electricity in the regions which suffered a lot. For example, Kiev region, I think you know these names, Bucha, Irpin, Hostomel, and Donetsk region, which also suffered. In May 2022, we provided the biggest, I think, renovation of the grids in the current history of Ukraine.
Oh, wow.
Only in 60 days, we renovated grids, 10,000 kilometers of grids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the most common feedback from clients nowadays is light is like a bread. Everybody needs it. And we really bring not only light to homes, we bring back life, because without it, life doesn't exist. And sure, we do all our best. We cooperate with Ukrainian military. We enter to any territory only if it's safe for our employees and after it clears of mines. We equip our employees with special equipment, with body armors. We organize bomb shelters in customer centers and in headquarters. And what's very important, we unite efforts. If we have really big problem in Kiev region, so we unite effort of people from Odessa, Dnipro, different regions. And we do everything together.
It's amazing. So, but how do you, we briefly spoke about that. It's like, it's a very difficult situation to understand for people from the outside, right? And you're forced into a completely different way of management. How do you communicate with employees? How do you motivate them? How does that work? I mean, this is an abnormal situation, as you say.
I want to be honest, the first 2 months we need to do extra efforts to motivate people. All of them demonstrate extremely high level of patriotism and professionalism. And the answer was, we don't have different motherland, we just have one. So people were working since sunrise till sunset in very difficult weather conditions, restoring electricity for people to come into territory together with military when it was very close to dangerous. And people do it. But after a few months of war, we need to admit that we have researches which show to us that people feel anxious. Majority of people, more than half people, feel anxious, and they feel aggravation of physical and mental condition, and we need to motivate them. And sure, the biggest part of work is HR teamwork, but communications support this work as much as we can. And the core of this new system of motivation people is to allow people be part of something significant and really bigger, really meaningful, to be a part of current energy history of Ukraine and generally history of Ukraine. So we appreciate our people like heroes, and we use any opportunity to demonstrate it in internal communications, external communications. Just some figure, for example, during this 7 months, we produce content for the reach 231 million of media contacts. It's really a lot. That means that every Ukrainian citizen has seen this content from 8 till 10 times. That's a lot. And we show faces of our people, and we allow them to tell the story.
I don't know. There's so many, Diana. I think this is an incredibly difficult situation. I find it amazing the work you do, like what we can see and how we can understand it. I want to thank you so much for this conversation. I mean, there's so much work you need to do, and there's so much effort that goes into it. What I find striking is that you still run your company based on the normal rules of branding and engagement, and you just do it in a different way, and I find it super impressive. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and well, thanks and good luck.
Thank you.